All right, first YouTube video. How should we start this?
We just go, hey guys, welcome to our new YouTube series.
Okay.
It's called The Zero Waste Conversation. Probably similar to our podcast name. I guess we can just dive into our podcast.
What do you mean dive into our podcast?
Like, just explain why we're doing this instead of
sure.
podcasting.
So,
maybe?
We have a YouTube channel now. We have a new series. This is why we're doing it. So, a year ago, which I can't believe it's already been a year ago, we were doing a podcast. And then, SoundCloud was hosting it. It was going very well. We're doing it for free. We're posting weekly. And then all of a sudden we got a notification, hey, you got to pay now. Out of the blue, we're like, what, $15 a month?
Yeah, and that adds up. So we weren't prepared for that.
Yeah.
And, it was because we went over the 3-hour limit, so which we did not realize. So
yeah, pretty much.
So,
we wanted to continue to do it. We didn't have the funds, $15 a month. And then, YouTube is free. So we're like, let's just start making YouTube videos now.
Yeah.
And here we are.
Yep. And plus we have many requests from you guys saying that you guys actually want to see the products we're talking about, the zero waste products, and how we're actually living a zero waste lifestyle, through video, which is, understandable because it's you can see it, and I'm also a visual learner, so that's really helpful to me as well.
Yeah, same here. So who are we? So let's just say you just stumbled upon this video and you have no idea who we are. Let's introduce ourselves. My name is John. I am 23 years old. Who are you?
And I'm Elizabeth. I'm 22. I'm currently going into school, my last semester. And I'm studying environmental science generally and environmental studies, which is the art side. So, yeah.
Yeah, me.
And how about you?
I'm done school. I've been done school for 2 to 3 years now. I'm working. I work in IT and full time, and it's pretty good. I do not miss school at all. I'll be honest. And I don't know. Sorry, we have a bunch of notes on the computer, so I'm just taking a quick peek at it. I think we mentioned. Oh yeah, and we're from Canada, by the way.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was born in Canada. Yeah. I live in Canada, and.
Yeah, I'm from actually the West Coast, near Seattle, Washington, and I lived there for 18 years, and now I'm on the other side, on the East Coast, so now we live near Toronto, Canada. So
around Toronto-ish area.
Yeah.
Like we said before, this is kind of just an intro video. Technically, this is episode 1, but this is just to familiarize you guys with us and what we do. So our title of this video is The Zero Waste Conversation, but what is zero waste? First of all, Elizabeth, explain that. What the heck is zero waste if you never heard it before?
Yeah, so, it's gaining traction right now. It's becoming more popular. You can see it on, National Geographic magazines and even in the news now. But basically, the whole, premise of zero waste is to, reduce as much waste as you can. We waste so much. On our everyday life, plastic, knives, takeout. If you get takeout, the styrofoam, just garbage in general. We just waste so much, and food as well. We're going to be covering a lot of these topics as well. So, and it's basically zero waste is to reduce as much as we can. In the name, it sounds like you have to reduce 100%, but that's not true. We can't do that with our infrastructure we have right now. It's not possible especially if you're living in the city, right? Companies.
So to simplify things, it's just not using garbage.
Yeah, it's just not using garbage, reducing your waste, or not producing garbage, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main goal of zero waste.
Cool, awesome. So how did you become zero waste then? What inspired you to just all of a sudden be no more garbage?
Well, I've always been passionate about the environment. Maybe not career-wise. There's a long backstory, I guess. So I grew up, going to national parks because of my family. My dad would take us on road trips, and those were my favorite things, just to go out and see. We went to Yellowstone, we saw bison, we saw mountain lions, and I don't know, and the geysers are beautiful, and it was just amazing. So, and I also went to an environmentally I guess, environmentally focused high school. It wasn't just a regular high school in Tacoma. It was called the Science and Math Institute, and like, oh man, that changed my life. We took classes by the beach, we hiked in the forest as our PE class, and we learned about different plant species, and like everything had a bit of incorporation of the environment in itself. And yeah, we went to the zoo for classes. We sketched like real life owls. Like, I mean, it was like a dream come true. So I think, yeah, how I grew up and like all those experiences brought me here. And I've always wanted to do more. So like, I was searching, what else can I do besides, turn off the lights when I leave the room, or, like drive less. And like basic things like that, like carrying around a water bottle. Like, everyone kind of knows those things, but I was like, what's the next step? So I started searching on Google, and, Google's like kind of your best friend because like everything's on the internet these days. And, I stumbled upon Zero Waste. Like, there's so many blogs out there. Maybe not as many as before, but I mean, there's more now, but before there wasn't as many. But so I learned from like Going Zero Waste, Shell Bizzle, Sustainable Vegan, like, and I went on their Instagram, and I've always had an Instagram as well, but, I want to start documenting my, I guess, experience. So, yeah, and, it changed my life, so here I am today. I mean, I'm still going at it, not 100%, no one is, but, it's just an amazing experience, and, he's coming along for the journey. So.
Yeah, I'm trying my best, too. It's hard. Like, you would think, oh, not using garbage, that's easy, but, like, I don't know, it's hard. Like, once you start trying it, it's hard because everything produces garbage these days. Everything has plastic these days. So, yeah, it's a tough journey for sure. So, let's say, let's say I'm a new beginner or whatever. How do I start this zero waste journey? Like, how do I just all of a sudden, no more plastic?
I mean, well, first thing, you have to realize this does not happen overnight. And like, especially when you're doing so much research and you're getting hyped up, to start this, and you see all these Instagrams with these perfect lifestyles, which is, obviously, it's not easy. So you have to take it step by step. I call it a journey because it really is. Like, every single day you have to work at this. It's not an overnight thing. So I mean, the first step is to, like, I guess the main goal is to really use what you have. So before you go out and buy things, like, I think most people have water bottles in their house, right? Like, they give them out at free, like, at events and things like that. So even at school, they gave out like free water bottles. So like, if you already have one, like, don't go out and buy one, right? Like,
now you might be like confusing. What do you mean by water bottle?
Like,
this?
Like a reusable water.
Or those Aquafina water bottles.
No, not those plastic water bottles where you drink it and then you toss it out. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about reusable water bottles. And then, like, we have different kinds. Like, we have this. There's plastic ones. There's so many out there now. There's glass ones, So, yeah, that's the first step. And many people already made it to that step. If you haven't, it's a really good way because plastic disposable ones, like the plastic disposable water bottles that you buy at Costco or whatever and come in bulk, those produce, like, you need a lot of oil to produce those bottles in general. So not only are you creating carbon emissions and wasting, a lot of resources, but like those gets tossed out, and maybe some of them are recycled, but nothing's 100%, right? And so just try to avoid those and they also end up as litter in the oceans. Like, you can see them floating around in lakes and random places, and in the roads, and like birds mistaking those for like food, and then like they end up digesting it and dying. So just avoid them if you can, and just get a reusable one, or if you have one, just use it. And we can fill, there's so many like water fountains around my school, which is pretty cool. So that's the first step. The next step would be to bring reusable bags, like reusable grocery bags. So I guess we could should we show them though?
Probably in the other episodes. This will just be the intro.
Okay.
So we will show the stuff we have. Later on. So that's why subscribe. Subscribe to the channel.
So reusable grocery bags. I'm sure you all know what they look like, but right, like most places are taxing people for using plastic grocery bags. So like if you don't want to like spend like you don't want to spend money on like something you're going to throw away later. So just, get reusable ones. And I'm sure like a lot of people give out reusable ones during events as well. So yeah, just use those instead when you go to the grocery. Sometimes it's easy to forget those right before you're leaving. So maybe stash them in your car. Remember to like replenish them right after, you come back. And so yeah, those are like basic ways to go. And then to dive deeper, like, there's so much right now. So, you can use reusable straws. Like, there's metal, there's glass, there's bamboo, like, so many. And, instead of using plastic disposable straws, which, again, animals consume and, they digest and they don't digest, and then they die from it because they're consuming so much plastic, which they're not supposed to eat. I mean, no one is supposed to eat this stuff, but it's getting in our water systems and all of this. And so just try to avoid those, save turtles by either refusing straws at the restaurants, right? By saying, no, I don't want a straw, or like, please, no straw when you go to restaurants, like, to the waiter. And, instead of using the plastic straws, just get a reusable one, or just say no straws. Like, it's really that easy, right?
Yeah. No, I completely agree with everything. Yeah, those are the basic ones. And I will say this, here's a little tip for the people watching that are already zero waste. I would try, if you ever run into like a beginner or someone who's trying to get to zero waste, it's good to encourage them. If you see them maybe sometimes use a plastic water bottle or whatever, something plastic, don't just get mad at them right away. It's good to teach them what they did wrong, but encourage them to try better.
Right. And it's usually the easiest to start with people you're close to, like, so family and friends, right? Or even like, your boyfriend. So it's really easy to get mad at people, especially when you're starting, because you're so passionate and like you see like how bad like disposables and plastic and waste is, right? So you just want to be like, everyone just stop, put all your plastic down, all your garbage, like don't produce any more waste. But it's not easy, right? Because a lot of people don't realize like how big of impact like waste is having on our lives, having on our water systems, having on our health, like the environment itself. It's like they don't realize. So you have to like try to step in their shoes for a second, because you were once there too. We all were, right? We didn't just like come out of the womb and we're like, oh, we're going zero waste. Like, that's not how it happens. Like, so yeah, it takes a lot of practice, because I've gotten angry at family members, I've gotten angry at friends. It's not that easy. So just take a deep breath and take a step back, and just remember you were there once too. So like, how would you like someone to encourage you to go zero waste? You don't want someone getting angry at you, because it kind of pushes you away from going zero waste, like, especially if they're talking bad about you or something like that. But yeah, so just try to encourage them. So every time they do reuse something, like a reusable bag, say, good job, like that's awesome, like, you're getting there, like that's really good. So yeah, it's hard, but you'll get there. It just takes patience and time, but this is all really worth it, because you're changing people around you, to do something better for everyone.
Of course. Yeah. So I think that's good for our first video. This is just the intro video. We're gonna go deeper into each topic as we post these weekly videos. I don't know, how should we end this video now?
I don't know. So yeah, I guess.
Well, first of all, leave a like if you like the video. Obviously, we really appreciate it. Yeah. Leave a comment. What you want to see in this series, how we can improve, and of course, subscribe. Subscribe if you like listening to us.
Yeah, I'd really appreciate it. And if you have any questions in general, or you kind of want to see what zero waste life is more like, you can also follow my Instagram at Zero Waste Cutie. We'll leave links below, and I just post my journey as well, and a lot of zero waste tips, so you can go there to start.
Yeah. All right.
So thanks for watching. Okay, we'll see you in the next one.